This might look like your classic Scottish retreat, but Boath House is full of surprises. I only had 15 hours here. I missed the hotel's Michelin-starred dinner and left before noon the next day. I'll get into that. But it turns out that was enough time to make this one of my most memorable Scotland stays. Hey there, I'm Don, traveling the world to find the most unforgettable stays and showing you what to expect so you can plan your next trip with confidence. This was supposed to be different. Boath House was my final stop on my North Coast 500 trip, Scotland's epic coastal drive. I left the Tordon Hotel early, hit a massive pothole on this single-track road.
That's where the spare should be.
And spent 6 hours waiting for a rescue that finally came in the form of this very kind man and his incredibly cute dog. And by dusk, I had a new tire and headed for Boath House. I was 8 hours behind schedule. The hotel's about 15 minutes outside of Inverness, and as I pull in, I'm remembering I've missed my dinner reservation. I'm exhausted, defeated, and hoping they haven't given my room away. But my mood shifts quickly when I see the beautiful exterior of this Georgian mansion. The warm lighting inside, the beauty of the entryway, and walking into the living room where guests are having drinks and chatting. This feels less like a hotel and more like I'm walking into a friend's house. There's just this really great ambiance with the candlelight and chill music. The rooms in the main house are all booked up, so I'm staying in the writer's cabin tonight. The pillows are excellent. They get a 9.5. Good night. After yesterday's stress, I had a great night's sleep, and this intimate space is exactly what I needed. There are a few of these standalone cabins around the property, and having my own space tucked back here in the garden has let me breathe for a minute and de-stress from yesterday. I've got this little kitchen area, a separate bedroom, and this tiny living space with, of course, a desk for writing. This is the writer's cabin after all. Like I said, all the rooms in the main building are booked up, so I can't show you any of those, but here are a few photos. I've got 2, maybe 3 hours before I have to head to the airport, so time to see what I missed arriving in the dark. As I walk out, it looks like there's a lot more to this place than my tiny cabin. The walled garden's huge and is a bit wild, but it has a few places to sit and includes an orchard, plus a few more cabins, and it also looks like they're growing a lot of their own food here. There are pathways leading in every direction, so I'm just going to explore for a minute. Before breakfast, I finally get to see the Georgian mansion in daylight. First from the back where the gardens are, but I'm walking around to the front because that's the way this building was meant to be seen. What strikes me is how they've left the Georgian bones of this building intact. A thoughtful restoration for sure. The entryway is my favorite part, with the grand columns, large hall, and these stairs leading up to the guest rooms. The library and living room have some really interesting design elements. Eclectic art. This one is weird for sure, but you have to admit it's fun. In all these spaces, they've mixed different styles. Georgian architecture with contemporary art, traditional furniture with modern touches. It feels fresh, and I, for one, think it works. Okay, time for breakfast and time to tell you about what's changed here. Since I stayed here a few months ago, Boath House closed temporarily and has just reopened under the same owners but with new management. So what I experienced during my stay here might be different from what you'll experience if you come here. Part of that change is a new chef and restaurant that's in this same space and that's focusing on Highland ingredients, some of it sourced from the gardens just outside these windows. Even though I missed the dinner and had so little time here, this place still left a real impression on me, and I think that says something. I only recommend hotels I've actually stayed at. In this case, I stayed under the previous management. My guess is the new team will improve things. That's why you change management, right? But I'm speculating. So as much as I love this place, I'm making this a qualified recommendation. And I hope, if you come here, that your experience will be even better than mine. If you found this helpful, subscribing, sharing, and liking this video helps me help you find the world's best boutique hotels. I have one more recommendation for you that's close to here, just on the other side of Inverness, called Newhall Mains, an old farmhouse turned into northern Scotland's best luxury boutique deal. Check out my experience here. Thanks for watching and see us in the next video.